Okay, first and say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Gakudash. And give double honor to apostles and teachers, great millstone, probably the truth, and say shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm going to center this on having faith in Yahweh, Bashim Shai. And, you got brothers that talk about how it may sound like a broken record. But, when you go into things of America like what? Science, America first. There's a lot of things in the world that people say that sound like a broken record to us. But even when you go into you like just like regular average niggas in the world, talk about success and whatnot. It's the same things that they repeat constantly over and over, and they sound like broken records, but those are the things that led them to the position that they currently have. And what the thing that's going to lead the elect out of I'm not going through Jacob's trouble, and out of that seventh seventh horn, seventh bell, I forgot it, or what it refers to, the seventh trump being nuclear missiles, because the number 7 represents completion, and nuclear missiles are going to finish America. Obviously, with Yahweh Shai bringing chariot fire. But faith is what's going to pull through. That's the thing that's needed. But this is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And I'm not really somebody that has a ton of dreams or whatnot, but I'm not really gonna go into it. But I'm not gonna go to intricacies of it, but I'm just gonna mention how a few years ago I actually had a dream of making it on a chariot. Now obviously I'm not, just because you have a dream doesn't necessarily mean you'll make it. But throughout my entire time, in the dream, it's the Yahweh Shema Shai was constantly on my mind. And having faith in being delivered. And you have brothers that have dreams, family members that have dreams about whether being delivered and even now being pulled through certain situations. And people, they'll take this for a joke, but they don't truly understand this. Like the Lord is referred to as a defense, a shield. There's a lot of things that we would have gone through, a lot of unfavorable things that we would have gone through if the Lord wasn't with us. To stop certain shit from happening. We can all testify and attest to that. Things that may have happened in our past, and looking back on and say, "Wow, I could have fucking died." Or that could have turned out to be like a very shit situation. But especially when it goes into Jacob's trouble, because all of this, this little life so-called peace, and it's not even peace now, because people have they don't really need that much reason to kill each other. But when the food stops, when all this civilized bullshit stops, it's going to be like you see in these fucking apocalyptic type of movies, man. People are going to be dying left and fucking right. And like the scripture said, it shall be the wisdom, knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Like what? Keep you stable mentally, spiritually, physically, in all aspects of life. Now and into Jacob's trouble. But you have instances with Daniel, for example. When the faith comes up, it's one of the first things that comes up. Because once again, the other Apostle Gabar mentioned how we have to be visionaries, and we have to envision the things that we see in the scriptures. It's the best of your ability. And what being stuck, I forgot how many lions it were. It was mentioned multiple lions. But in this day and age, if you get stuck in cage with a lion, it's gonna fucking kill you. The lion is a king of the jungle, a extremely ferocious beast that a human being can't stand up to without Yahweh Shema Shai, because you had David, the man handled lions and bears. But that's because the Lord was behind him. But you don't have that defense. You don't have somebody to give you a buff You know, buff is essentially like a term used in video games, and it means an increase in strength. You know, you don't have the Lord to give you a buff, then you're done. You're not gonna fucking make it. And you take into account, these people out here that die in various ways, whether it be we're getting fucking kidnapped and tortured, or how do these motherfuckers be going out? Getting the damn heads blown. Like, y'all read news articles. You share things among yourself. The crazy ways which these niggas be getting taken out. But the Lord, and even there was an instance, I forgot what camp it was, but there were some brothers that were shot at, and nobody, none of the bullets hit them. That's an example of the Lord being a defense and protecting those who believe in Him. Going back into Daniel, you think, hungry, and you most likely the lions were starved, so they could have a sure, so they would be, that would be a sure hit kill effect on Daniel. Lions were starved, but they didn't kill him. Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shai held him back. And the death and the destruction is going to be held back from, the elect. Now, you're going to have martyrs, of course, but they're not going to go. They're going to get the, Lord willing, they'll be getting the Stephen treatment. When he was getting stoned, he didn't feel any of the pain. You're not going to have, even when you go into the 7 children, right? That all of them, the Lord put a bold spirit on them. Not to go out like no bitches. Eleazar in previous chapter 6, 2 Maccabees 6, the 7 children in 2 Maccabees 7, and and even the mother, she didn't flip out and lose her shit like these women today would do. No, and it said I'm gonna see if I can find it. Second Maccabees 7:21. Because nowadays, a woman's kid get knocked off, and whether it's a kid, whether it's her animal, whether I don't know, she sees somebody fucking dying in front of them, some shit, all their brain just fucking overloads. That's why whenever somebody dies in front of a woman, you see them in movies and shit like that. A kid, and they just stand there and scream. Their fucking brain overloads. That's what that is. 2 Maccabees 7:21. Yes, yea, she exhorted every one of them in their own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with the shit, slack it. With the manly stomach, she said unto them, I cannot tell how you came into my womb. What the hell is this nigga doing? I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as you not regard not your own selves for his law's sake. And pretty much, give them a pep talk. Knowing that they were all going to die, and give them a pep talk. To face your death. Looking your enemy in the eye. Not going out like a bitch. But it says courageous spirits. Lord put a spirit on her. Because once again, I mentioned, as a woman, because like I said, nowadays, like a woman's brain will fucking overload seeing somebody killing. A man's brain will overload. How much more a woman? The weaker vessel. But yeah, you're going to Jacob's trouble. Like, Nick, it's really going to be fucking describable. Because like I said, people are already killing each other in vicious ways now. When the psychos when the psychos get cut loose, you know, all them crazy niggas, them Columbine niggas that's storing up weapons and and got all these plans to murder their whole fucking neighborhood, them niggas gonna get cut loose. And they're going to be doing a number on people. You know, you're going to be having actual spirits and demons out here ripping niggas apart. And what? You're going to have the elect that's going to be, you know, walking through, you know, that's going to walk through that. Isaiah, I think it's 64 or 65, it mentions how, the Heavenly Father, he's going to feed, you know, those that believe in him, he's going to feed them. They shall sing for joy of heart. But those that didn't believe, you know, scoffers, are going to howl for vexation of spirit. And once again, you know, just harping on the point of how the Lord is a defense, even now. How much more so when, in Jacob's trouble, when, you know, all these things are taken from us, where we're going to have nothing but faith to rely on. That's why, you know, faith is emphasized so much, because it literally, you know, even with our forefathers, it was literally the difference between life and death. You know, think if Daniel didn't have faith. Think if King David didn't have faith in the Lord when he was in seemingly hopeless positions. If Noah didn't have faith in the Lord and built that ark. You know, seemingly fucking hopeless fucking positions, man. That's why I said the fear of the Lord is a treasure. Because having fear of Yahweh Shema Shah is the first step of him, you know, of actually coming to him and him accepting you. Of him, you know, putting that cloak of bashing and protection over you. It may not seem like it now, but you know, once again, going to Jacob's trouble, it's really going to but what's that term? Balls to the wall. All the cards laying on the table. You know, that's going to be it. You know, that's the proving grounds, gut check time. I think that's the term. You know, but and even when you go into the second Esdras, I think it's chapter 16, 15, 6, 15 or 16. It mentions how it's going to be known who the Lord's true followers are. You know, by those who truly, it's going to be known those who truly have faith in them. But you know, I was watching a couple brothers' videos and whatnot, and Jacob's trouble and a couple dreams. Like I said, I've had, like, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 of them over my entire time in the truth. I don't really want to try to make anything more than what it actually is, or make it seem anything, but you know, just musing on that, you know, how important it is to have faith. Because like I said, so like, if I repeat myself, I'm going to end it. We've been in situations in which there's that brother that got kidnapped, and his kidnappers saw that he did videos, and he said, okay, this isn't the guy that we're looking for. That's if that's not a plain fucking example, I don't know what is. Believing in the Lord even now and, you know, into the future is literally the difference between life and death. But I hope as everyone found, say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Ashah Bashim Gakadash, the Ron Apostle and Teacher, Missile, and the true Shalom to hopefully like Israel, instruction, Babylon, Great America.